still the same. It's still the knees have been jittering a little bit.
The trophy first lifted in 1954. It was Great Britain that won that first World Cup, but it was a Scotsman, Dave Valentine, who actually lifted the trophy. Mike Sullivan, the last Englishman to lift the trophy in '72. They've had their hearts broken before England against New Zealand at World Cups in more recent times. What a great shot. The two teams line up and stand by for the national anthems.
Would you please stand for the national anthem?
Kick-off not too far away of the big hit.
England, performed by the Gamesmakers Choir and led by West End star Daniel Cook.
That is a wonderful moment right there. And I mentioned Clive Sullivan lifting the trophy in 1972. As England, there has never been a victory in the World Cup. 9 times Australia have won the World Cup. 3 times it has been Great Britain and New Zealand, the one occasion, defending champions from 2008. But there's still a little more to go before kickoff, and this is going to be yet another highlight. The haka performed at Wembley with this huge crowd here. The Kiwi squad gather. The choir is leaving the playing arena. The England players are lined up, still with tracksuit tops on the 40-metre line, shoulder to shoulder. Let's go. Isaac Luke, Jared Waerea-Hargreaves, centre of the huddle.
This is the drama of sport. Absolute box office.
We can't get you any closer than this. What about the reaction to that? The haka. So now, not too far away from kickoff, England, New Zealand.
Coverage brought to you by BetDAC, the sports betting exchange.
See every game I play next year in the NRL on Premier Sports.
With Betway, you can now bet in-play on a massive range of sports via your mobile, tablet, Mac and PC. And with a free bet of up to £50 to get you started, wherever you are, you've never been so close to the action. Betway.com.
Join in the conversation with Premier Sports. Like us on Facebook to be the first to know about live events and new sports.
League Weekly, the super newspaper bringing you super coverage of our super sport. Faster than a speeding Josh Charleyman, more powerful than a Burgess brother, and able to break huge stories in a single article. With reports by your favorite superheroes from all over the rugby league world. Is it a newspaper? Is it a website? It's League Weekly, your #1 rugby league newspaper. Subscribe now or pick up your copy in newsagents this Monday.
The NRL on Premier Sports. Your home for the greatest game.
Coverage brought to you by BetDAC, the sports betting exchange.
The moment has arrived. Here we go. The first of the two semi-finals here at Wembley. England against New Zealand. England beaten in the semis in 2008 in Brisbane by the Kiwis. They were smashed back in 2000. They hope for a different story today. The big hit is on. And it starts with a big hit on Maria Hargreaves. As Graham got there and Burgess right up in the face of the Kiwis enforcer. Off goes Luke, and you heard the play on call from Ben Cummins. New Zealand first use of the football. Ferris came in as a third man to make the tackle around the legs. Sonny Bill Williams has met front on by a wall of white. The England defence looking to make their mark in this first set. And now with Bromwich, he's got a lot of strapping on that right thigh. Big guard there. 5 short of halfway. They're blessed with great strength in the front row, the Kiwis. Maria Hargreaves' second touch of the football. Last tackle, 5 metres inside England territory. Foran's the first kicker of the day. He's got it out towards the wing of Charnley there. And Charnley had a moment. He could sense the players coming through. He probably thought he was going to get smashed.
Oh, Burgess has made a mark, hasn't he? He wants William look for that battle today, and when the kick went up, it was Watkins who rode Goodwin out. No contest. Good start, both teams.
Early shift from England out to this left side. And Cudjoe with the ball. They opened the first match with a 10-0 lead against Australia. How they would love that here against New Zealand. James Graham pokes his head almost through the defence there. As Luke got tangled up in the tackle with Elijah Taylor. Now Roby, right, they'll kick before the last from inside the 40. Sinfield's kick has got good length on it. But knocks across there for New Zealand. And Locke back to the 30. Good start, both teams.
Yeah, the New Zealanders really jamming the defence in tight, and obviously England went for a shift, running back tackle 3, trying to think they can get them on the outside and eat some yards up in those wide pastures.
Yeah, well, we've had, as Nightingale gets a touch, we've had the intimacy, if you like, of grounds like Warrington and the South Terrace there at Headingley. But now we're at a stadium. Bromwich has lost the ball. They say a strip. New Zealand get a penalty. It's a step up for everyone today.
I like the ploy of kicking early in the tackle for England. Wembley, turn them round, make them use up some juice early. And here, have a look at the work of Roby. Just gets an arm in there on the football. Possibly could call that a loose carry from Bromwich. They were walking, actually, Bromwich and Hargraves back into that set.
I thought that was a one-on-one. I thought that was illegal.
Well, this is an opportunity for New Zealand, full set, to start 30 metres away from the line. And it is with Mannering. So he's got the third on his back, but he is playing in the second row today, Mannering. Taylor at lock, Pritchard out of the match, and that's a loss given the form he was in last Friday week against Scotland. Bromwich marches forward to centre field, 15 away from the line. The venue where England played Germany earlier this week in the football. As a foreign goes left, Locke's got an opportunity almost through. Finished up by Watkins over the top with Sinfield. 4 and 10 out. They look lively here. Johnson, and in front, good hands, Williams. Now to the man with the dancing feet, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. They have to get a handle on him. He doesn't know where he's going. Now he straightens up. He has been exciting right from the get-go at this World Cup. And Foran across the 10 again. Waerea-Hargreaves, good defence. Ferris locking up the ball with O'Loughlin. 5 from the line. Lurk from W. Huff. Haven't seen that so far at the World Cup. And he's almost stolen a try, Isaac Luke. In fact, Ben Cummins just wants to check it.
Cheers, Benny. It's a 6 tackle.
Great set. Block plays to the left, an attack to the left, and then come to the right, courtesy of Sonnybill Williams. Good D from England. And then the last play option, didn't think Isaac Luke would put one through. Nearly comes up with the goods as well. Tompkins, has he been the saviour?
That's all fine. Just run it through now. Nice and tight on the grounding.
Just squeezes it through the line on the replay.
Come up.
Have a look at Tompkins.
Okay, nice and slow. Ball's on the ground, ball's up. It's come off with the England player, just making sure that it hasn't touched the hand of Isaac Luke.
Say England could have done with a kick like that against Germany.
Drop out.
Beautiful stuff, great timing, beautiful strike.
Okay, we're going to go for a goal line dropout, Benny. It'll be no try. Okay, coming up now.
Big games are won by a matter of inches, and that was certainly one. It looks like it's definitely no try.
Definitely no try. It's just the restart whether you're going to say that Luke got a finger to it before Tompkins, but Ashley Klein has ruled that it was all Sam Tompkins, so line dropout for England. More pressure. And I'm liking what I see from both teams, to be honest.
New Zealand looked very dangerous with ball in hand, but once again it was another example of a penalty giving away field position. You know, it's a back-to-back set now, and England they've had a minute's break. I think that's been advantageous for them because, you know, they were a little on the right. There wasn't a ruck really where they didn't look like it was a little bit stretched in that set 6.
Line dropout exactly 50 metres, and Waerea-Hargreaves come back. He's got the big bullseye target on him at the moment. And England have zeroed in every time he's rushed the ball back, and he's loving it. Don't worry about that. Bromwich 30 metres away. Melbourne Storm front rower knows what it's like to play in a grand final. Foran and works the edge. Williams offload, nice. Taylor. Offloads can really hurt England, and there's plenty who can slip a ball and a tackle in this New Zealand side. Williams' energy shown there. Foran, there's an overlap. Lock, Mannering, quick hands all the way along. Nightingale for the corner. Beautiful defence, England. They came in numbers. Nightingale had his wings clipped.
You know, it's great work here from Sonnybill Williams. Everyone talks about the offloads and the line breaks and what he can do with the ball. But what about his ability to be tackled with the ball, give an offload up, quickly get to his feet, and then provide the link pass one play later? Brilliant pass. This creates numbers on the edge.
Yeah, it was a double effort from Sonnybill. He was up on his feet, as you said, and almost played like a halfback. Nice up and out defence from England, and Charnley smothered him to get in the corner. A big respite from England. They needed that.
Charnley there, Watkins there, doing the job for England, and the crowd is right into the game. This is what we hope for. The first of the semi-finals, Australia to play Fiji later today. A warm welcome to our fans and viewers on the other side of the world. New Zealand and Australian audiences through Sky Sport NZ and 7mate in Australia. Hope you're enjoying the start of the big hit here, because it's an honour to be here, a privilege as it comes out to Hall now. Wembley, the new Wembley. Rugby League first played here again in 2007. Actually, James Roby was the first try scorer.
Sorry, Bossy. Williams wanted a square up here on Burgess. Took a bit of time to get to his feet, Big Sam. He's normally jack in a box straight up and into it. This one slowed him up a little. Maybe the replay will show us the contact. Elijah Taylor it is first. In fact, no, it's the arm of Hargraves who comes across.
Was that a shoulder, the first bit? I mean, you tell me. That's sort of, I've got no dramas, but I know the rewriting of the law.
Well, the first shoulder's fine, no problem at all. A few of your friends in the crowd, Sean, not happy?
And rightly so too. I mean, that was a little bit naughty, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It's not back in the 70s or early 80s where you could get away with stuff like that. This is modern day rugby league, and that's been trumped out of the game.
Sean Edwards and Daryl Halligan in commentary. Beautifully put by Sean. A little bit naughty. A grade 1 little bit naughty. It's Jared Maria Hargreaves. England get their first chance to use the football inside the New Zealand half. Yeah, I was saying Roby scored the first try here, the first league try here in 07, as Graham is with the ball, marches forward just inside the New Zealand 40. And Roby, they go right side, pushed along by Sinfield. Westwood did well. There's an opportunity for Charnley to show us his skills. Charnley got past Lock. It took some scramble to get there. This is the opportunity for England then. They go deep from 20 out to centre field with Widdop. Shrugged away from the tackle of Taylor. Almost away from Mannering. Now Graham kept alive. A kick for Hall. Tuivasa-Sheck taking his time. And the Hall is there. Tuivasa-Sheck has managed to keep the ball in advance of the goal line.
That was a blatant obstruction there on Ryan Hall. Absolutely blatant.
Yeah, something's got to be done about taxing players out of the road when you're not contesting the football. But good work from Kevin Lock, because he was on the far side of the field and Janley went straight past him, but he did well to come back over here and cover. Good play also from England. What a match.
Yeah, the run of Charnley. Beware on that right wing. We know Hall, he's the greatest try scorer for England in Test football, but on the other side, Charnley, the highest try scorer this year in the Super League, and you saw it there. He was brilliant to get past Lock. So New Zealand under pressure here, kicking from their own 20. Really laboured there in that set. Tompkins onto the ball, 40 away from the England line.
You know, it was only the second set of 6 that England actually had with the football. And we talk about a transition from defence to attack. They were sublime there. Perfect.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play from the 50% line. And obviously they targeted the left side of the New Zealand defence, and a couple of second-man plays, and they're running into space.
Sam carried the ball forward, Sam Burgess there. Graham has put his stamp all over this game early. 30 away from the Kiwis line. And Roby sends them to the left side. Widdop looks in charge. He's been confident with his work so far. Cudjoe is the left centre. Tackled on 5 for England. Hall to Widdop. Widdop's going to bomb, and he was knocked over after kicking. It's going to come down 15 out. The ball was loose. There was an opportunity to grab it. Now it's still on. It's batted infield. That could be dangerous. Scooped up by Mannering. The Kiwis get away with Goodwin. Goodwin will march inside the 40. Now looks for top gear. Hall has come from the other wing to make the tackle. Graham's there as well. Great commitment from both teams. New Zealand 20 metres away from the line. Hall having to sprint back now to the opposite wing as it goes that way. Here is Johnson. Johnson now to Williams. Williams, the flick, on it comes. With it is Farray. Farray will go close. Tompkins grabs him. Johnson, 5 out, dummy to Williams. He's away from one. Johnson now stepping and leaving. And Tompkins comes up with another. dummy half. They're all wrestling, these little Kiwis, Luke and Johnson and Foran. They're proving elusive. 5 from the line, Taylor at dummy half that time. Johnson, Foran, he's going to kick. It was telegraphed, the kick. It's a little too long. In fact, it's poor from New Zealand. 20-minute restart.
Great attacking play, poor last play option. We're under some pressure from Foran. And it was the work after the bust of James Graham down in that corner. He was just shielding Nightingale towards, in fact, it was Goodwin, as Canterbury Bulldogs teammate, into the corner when the cover arrived. Great D.
I thought the scramble defence was absolutely outstanding from England. But England do not want to give New Zealand broken field situations, which they obviously did. We're trying to keep the ball alive on the last tackle.
O'Loughlin hammered by Williams.
I don't think I can work out Pythagoras theorem on the run, but I know Ryan Hall ran a bloody long way to make that tackle from the opposite wing. If you draw a triangle here on Wembley, as Tompkins cut out ball, Charnley, plenty of touches for him, and they've all been good. As Nightingale was there to make the tackle with Goodwin. Last tackle play again for England in a position to put in an attacking kick. It's coming out the way of Hall. Here he comes. Tuivasa-Sheck's there. It came loose. And New Zealand have it. Play on the call from Cummins.
Yeah, I think it was a good call too. Hall goes up and puts the left arm to it, and a little bit of a ricochet. A good play from England. They come hard off their own end, put a kick up and contested down on the right-hand edge of New Zealand, so their chance to do some yards out of the yardage set.
And a penalty goes the way of New Zealand. Their second for the match. It's on the 20, and you've got to call it a relieving penalty given the pressure they've been under.
This was the bust, and the kick was uncontested. Look at the work of Graham. Look at him pointing to the sideline. He says, I'll give you the outside. When does an outside prop give the winger the outside to Goodwin? And then he comes, Hall from the far wing. Beautiful work.
He did a great job slowing that play of the ball down. He went right up to the point where the referee was going to possibly sin bin in for obviously holding down. But he did a great play there, did James Graham.
So it starts over again, 11.5 minutes in, no score. And a great test match as up came Burgess on Maria Hargreaves. They have not just a score to settle, they've got scores to settle. Roosters and Rabbitohs, the great rivalry from Australian Rugby League. On opposite sides, those two. There's now Luke and Foran. Nice play again. Locke gets it away. Goodwin. And Charnley did well again. Did enough to bump Goodwin off his feet. They want to play the ball. It's hard to hear the calls in front of this crowd of in excess of 60,000. New Zealand with it. 25 metres out. Foran again. And this is Taylor. Taylor's got a spring in his step. If you haven't seen a lot of Elijah Taylor, he can jump around left and right. Skillful forward. Last tackle New Zealand. Foran's going to bomb it out towards Charnley again. He's called for it. Charnley hands above head, has lost it. Tompkins offside, penalty New Zealand.
Good work from Nightingale. An evenly contested last play option from Kieran Foran. Perfect. The ball come down just as the attacking player was looking to accept it and receipt. A little bit of pressure on, gives another set of 6. 70% possession for the Kiwis. Here it is here on the replay. Everyone onside, no problems there.
James here, up, no.
New Zealand just 8 metres away from the England line. Great ebb and flow to this game so far. First to the semi-finals at Wembley. Johnson, oh, pass without looking. Has come undone. And a big cheer from the England fans at Wembley.
There's a big cheer from me as well because they were looking very dangerous. It was only ruck 2. And a big mistake really from New Zealand. Obviously, slight miscommunication on the short ball to Sonny Bill. But what I've been impressed with the Kiwis, in particular the halves, every time they attack the land, they've got really good leg footwork. The defensive players can't set themselves, and that's why they keep getting quick play the balls.
So England have possession, 15 inside their own half. And rid of Palmer. I don't think that was his intention when he got the ball, that he was going to attack the line, but he ended up with that presented in front of him. Long ball from Sinfield out to that right centre. Watkins on halfway. Big experience for him. Going to be around a long time if he keeps improving. Callum Watkins. Now Ben Westwood. They tried to tell me he's the SBW. Super Ben Westwood. England fans. Let's see if that eventuates today. Tompkins bombs from 35 metres out. Locke is going to get nowhere near it. It comes back. New Zealand have position to grab it. They haven't. So, Graham's put it in a kick. He thinks he's played for Arsenal. Now the ball is up with Nightingale. Nightingale's back over the 40. And Ben Cummins has called it back. Premature excitement there.
It's exactly the sort of scenario we don't want. That's twice. Obviously, it was the referee's taking it back this time, but we do not want to give the Kiwis broken field situation, because with the footwork and the elusive runners that they've got, you know, we really could be in a bit of trouble there.
Tompkins it was who went up and got the football and pushed it back. Just trying to think, the play before, when you see Hargraves on the ground, maybe he gets a hand on it there before Graham comes up with the Pele kick. Let's have a look again. Tompkins out the back. Is there a hand here touched? Elijah Taylor somewhat shields it as Hargraves was thinking about picking it up. Oh, he's got everything, hasn't he?
What about you? You've gone back to Pele, Daryl. There's been a few stars in the world of football since Pele.
Come on. What about Gascoigne?
Don't you read the papers?
Well, Van Persie then.
Oh, here we go, James.
He's not an Englishman. What are you talking about?
Not a great deal of similarity between Pele and Graham. As we go across field with England now. Ferris steady out of the scrum, the modern day scrum. There's only 2 forwards in it. And Sinfield right up to the line. Quick hands. Tompkins, beautiful. Watkins, Charlie. Charlie with a chance. The cover's there. Loose ball. Sinfield onto it. Foreign. Goodwin. Pile drive in for the New Zealand defence. 10 away from the line. They're set again. Tompkins across with O'Loughlin. Widdop double pumps, then runs out of options. He did 1, he did 2, and then he was forced to accept the tackle of Williams and Taylor. Graham right up to the line. Flat ball. This will be a tie. O'Loughlin's over. Sean O'Loughlin has gone over for England. One of the veterans of the squad has scored. But James Graham, how good is he going here for England?
I'll take over. That was a beautiful short pass, and as we spoke about, that short support player just coming off his shoulder, all starting this ball, bang. Beautiful work between the forwards.
Oh, isn't it second row or front row to front row? Graham to Burgess, and then just the big man able to get the right arm free. Let's work it out. This all started on the right-hand side of the field, where they've actually exposed Bryson Goodwin's left defensive edge for New Zealand, made 2 or 3 damaging block runs down that side, and then they've stacked it on the left-hand side with some pretty heavy arsenal in terms of Burgess and also Graham. And then the lock forward squeezes out the back. Brilliant play.
Well, he's one of the players. Well, you've got to think he's not going to be around, obviously, in 4 years' time at the next World Cup. O'Loughlin, 31 tomorrow. This man on screen, we know Kevin Sinfield, 33 years of age. Ben Westwood, 32. Rob Burrow, we're going to see off the bench, 31. This is their last chance. They find themselves in front. A long way to go. But they've negotiated the first part of the game plan. That was to start well, to physically match New Zealand. They've done that. And now they're kicking for 6-0. Sinfield's kick. Kevin Sinfield adds the extra 2. And in the first of the semi-finals, the big hit from Wembley. England 6, New Zealand 0.
Well, now we'll see what the world champions have made of. Down 6-0 in this one. Lovely interchange between a forward pack who have had little of the ball so far in this game. New Zealand's had the majority of it. And for all the pressure McNamara has been under, his team has started brilliantly.
Extraordinary how little football Sean O'Loughlin has played coming into the World Cup. Just the Challenge Cup final, then the Grand Final. Captain of both there for Wigan. But a multitude of problems with an Achilles injury in more recent times. Here he is on another big stage today.
The man's fitness levels absolutely incredible. It's almost superhuman that he can play so little number of games, yet coming up with very high standard performances in the highest standard of games.
Subtle change here for New Zealand. Matalino comes off. Comes on, should I say.
Oh! Release Elijah!
Cudjoe, the man to play it on the 20, gets in a bit of a wrestle as he got to his feet with Taylor. Cummins just allowed it quite rightly to continue. Just boys being boys on a big day. And the try scorer has a run with a bit of footwork there, got him past the front line Williams made the tackle, quick play the ball, Roby's off for England. Now look at them roll through. As Burgess plays it outside the New Zealand 40, last tackle, big centre field bomb coming down for Kevin Lock. They know they're in a ball game, this New Zealand side. Lock with it. It is a huge step up from previous games at this World Cup for the Kiwis.
You'd have to say the play of the balls by the English team are superior at this part of the game than the Kiwis. They seem to be controlling the ruck speed so far.
So New Zealand centre field and forward. They've wanted to play some football and they've had some offloads early, but just at the moment momentum is with England. Played by Goodwin. Little short side shot for the captain, Mannering. Biggest occasion today, has played in a grand final, but to captain his nation here at Wembley, I dare say, biggest moment of his life. Big run, and Martelino, 5 inside the England half. Johnson, now here is a man who can put up a wobbly old bomb to try and catch. Hall has got the job, doesn't. And now takes on Tuivasa-Sheck. In fact, 3 Kiwis there.
Two contrasting wingers on this side. You've got the power of Ryan Hall, the size and the aerial dominance against the unbelievable footwork of Tuivasa-Sheck.
There's an error here from Cudjoe. He comes in to Elijah Taylor, I think it is, and tries to bump him with a front bump. In fact, it's Dean Farray who gets a hand in there and loses the football. So this will be well received by the Kiwis.
Yeah, bad moment there for the Huddersfield Giant. Not happy, Leroy Cudjoe. He's put his team under pressure. You don't want to be giving quality opposition like New Zealand 6-6 to start this close to your own line. Cassiano is now out there.
It's England ball
for New Zealand. In fact, they're going to call it an England scrum feed, aren't they? They're going to say this was stripped by Farray, so not a bad moment at all in the end for Cudjoe.
Send it in there, Kevin.
I don't know. What did you think of that one, Darryl?
Well, one-on-one strip, the ball would have had to been raked forward from Dean Farray. I thought it pretty much dropped down and then went back towards their own try.
So England have it outside their 20, and Graham took the first one. Roby sends them back to the left, and Burgess loving the combat that he's finding in the middle of the field here at Wembley. O'Loughlin sending the left. Ferris dribbles a pass out the back. Cudjoe's onto it for England. And they are 10 metres inside their own half. Cassiano tried to snap him in half in the tackle with Martelino. So there your backup front rowers, Martelino and Cassiano. On for Waria-Hargreaves and Bromwich. There's no Sam Moa today. He's been left out of the 17.
Sam now!
Can't think of a stronger group of front rowers in any international side as Tompkins, another bomb, centre field. Look at this kick from Tompkins. It's a goal! He's clipped Johnson underhand. Then Graham's gone for a field goal and Shaw. James Graham took a step. He has got every kick in the book. They're all poor, but he's got every kick in the book.
What is going through that head? First the kick off the ground, the falcon from Sean Johnson, and then the field goal? James Graham.
Yes, Yogote.
What next?
Oh, dear me, where'd that come from? Yes, and he got the whole game on show, Sean. You're one of the great tactical kickers of all time.
You'll be doing a kick-off next.
Well, it is Wembley after all, and I said Wembley does funny things to you.
And Sean Johnson. What about Sean Johnson and his highlight career book? Hitting the head. They call it a falcon here at Wembley. In front of over 60,000. Got to hurt a little bit, hasn't it? Cassiano, soft ball, soft hands there. On for Martelino, offload back for Big Sam. The Human Island is offloaded with risk. And Winnip is beautiful to snaffle it. And then does a somersault. It's all good. And England again, back into the battle.
Burgess, he loves the rough stuff.
What's Sam doing? Run the football, Sam. 3 passes and 2 touches.
Cassiano over the top. They are Bulldogs teammates in the National Rugby League. O'Loughlin growing in confidence. Winnip has done well today inside. The danger man Tompkins. He's bowled him over. He's knocked over one Kiwi and one Englishman.
England's right side offence is looking really, really dangerous. Every time they tap down that side, they look like they're going to potentially make a break.
Ferris is standing. Ferris offload. Thought he had an opportunity. 15 from the line. Little sneaky shot here to the end goal. Locke wants it to go down. He had to plant it. He's had to take it dead, Kevin Locke. 6-0 to England. Line dropout coming up for New Zealand.
You know, I've got to say, the English are handling the surface a lot better than the Kiwis. See so many Kiwis lying on the ground and being beaten for footwork and attack in the attack of this English side. Sonny Bill Williams got held up all ends there before they go to the last play option, and the kick just perfect from Roby.
Man on screen, James Roby turned 28 yesterday. I mentioned Sean O'Loughlin, the first try scorer. He turns 31 tomorrow. So sandwiched between those celebrations is this big match.
I really feel this next set 6 is vital. You can see the Kiwis trying to take the time, trying to suck the air in, because you know, the English have completed 10 out of 11 sets, and coming in set here, and if we can score another try or even get a penalty, go 8-0 up, I think it'll be a big advantage to us.
Coming up on Graham, all a bit sloppy from New Zealand, and straight through goes Sir Sam Burgess, but not able to get it in. It was O'Loughlin flying through, but we've got a penalty to England. A penalty to England, 10 metres out.
Burgess with a lovely step that totally evades Elijah Taylor, and then Kieran Foran comes up with a play on Widdop. His rule to take him out of play. The ball was sort of heading his direction, but he made contact with him before the ball was received. And if O'Loughlin somehow manages to pick that ball up with his left hand, they're in for their second.
Yeah, I could sense that the New Zealanders were rocking a little bit there, and unfortunately the last pass didn't go to Hambra. I really do feel England have taken the right decision here by going 8 points up. You know, it's a big game. I honestly feel that not a bad idea to take the points.
You know, New Zealand had all the possession for the first 10 minutes of the game, and the scramble D by England, you know, declined them points. And now in the last 10 minutes, they've had all the football, England, and now nearly 60% up to 40.
Well, they're confident about Sinfield landing the kick, aren't they? They've got the huddle behind it. They get a shot of their lives if he hit the upright here. Sam Burgess, magnificent. Graham, likewise, up front for England. They got Chris Hill and George Burgess to come off the bench. Their front row rotation. I should be talking them up. 8-0 England, 25 minutes in. Burgess, how proud would Mum be today, Julie? Seeing her sons, I mean, Sam said before the game, lifelong dream. It was a dream of his late dad Mark to see his sons play here. Sam and George get the opportunity today. Mum Julie able to watch it as well. Brothers Thomas and Luke, I'm sure they're proud as punch. And a big moment too later today, another First Lady of Rugby League, Jackie Sims, with her two boys, Tarek and Ashton, playing for Fiji against Australia. Corbin Sims suspended. But good luck to them. Julie Burgess, Jackie Sims, footy mums, where would we be without them? Here come England, back again, Burgess again.
There's no late footwork there, was there? Let's come on, let's have it.
Oh, Sean Edwards, he's loving this. A penalty to England. Someone get Sean a cup of tea, will you? Just put your feet up there, Sean. It's great fun, this. I said earlier, honour and privilege to be here calling this at Wembley, and the match is matching the occasion.
He started with some defence, good brother Sam. That was George on screen there. And then he worked into the attacking part of the game, provided a lovely little offload for the first try. And then a lovely run up through the middle of the ruck to evade players with a step to provide points for a second penalty. He is having a wow of a game with Sam Burgess.
This bloke goes well too, Ferris. I think he wasn't even part of the squad until the exit of Gareth Hock before the first game, and now Ferris has been there the whole lot. That looked a forward ball from Widdop. He sort of planted his feet.
But the passing's crisp, isn't it?
Westwood was the man who carried it forward. Graham wants another touch. His stats will be massive by the end of this first half. He produced in the quarterfinal, very flat again. Widdop and Ferris on that left edge. Went into the ground by Farre. But New Zealand, they're under pressure. Short side, O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin there for Cudjoe. Cudjoe close to the line. There's white, there's black. Jumpers everywhere. And over the the sideline he goes, and New Zealand this time pats on the back.
I actually think New Zealand have done really well to come out of this period of extensive pressure, only having conceded 2 points so far, you know, because England have been all over them the last 5 or 6 minutes.
That was a lovely little short side raid, wasn't it? Summed up the numbers and the options, and the little pass for 3 in a tight channel. Only just got out of jail here. Sonny Bill, New Zealand haven't seen a lot of football. We need some possession to see his attacking prowess. And he's been heavily attacked in defence to maybe take some of the juice out of him in this first 26, 27 minutes.
Just after 1:30 local time here, Rugby League from Wembley Stadium. And we're 28 minutes into this first semi-final. The winner books a place for Old Trafford in Manchester next week, where there have been in excess of 70,000 tickets sold. Remembering the highest World Cup crowd of 73,000 back for the 92 final here at the Old Wembley. Great Britain and Australia. Steve Renouf scored a magic try for the Kangaroos in that final. Williams plays it short of halfway. Johnson has them guessing what he's going to do. Puts in a pretty poor kick by his standards. And the decision has to be made whether England played at it. Ben Cummins says no. England scrum feet.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision. Not there was any play out the ball whatsoever, and it's a great rule that they brought in. You know, recently, I know back in my day, you've kicked the ball against somebody purposely half the time, but I think England have really got another good field position, another set going at New Zealand, and you know, the game's really on here.
To be fair, it was a poor kick by Johnson. He didn't take the ball to the line. Ferris was actually 2 or 3 metres away from him before he struck the football, and then it rolls into him. So Sean should have taken the ball to the line, got to the outside of Ferris, and then put it through.
But England tried trick play here.
With Graham?
Well, they had their kicker there. Tompkins has put it down. And Alex Glenn latched onto it. Glenn into the 17 wearing jumper number 19. So New Zealand get an unexpected opportunity from that scrum. Played there by Nightingale now with a bandage.
Very disappointing turnover there from England. They obviously put Graham in there to New Zealand is expecting to truck it up, but they put it out the back pass, and they actually had the numbers on the outside, and unfortunately the ball didn't go to hand when they dropped it.
Cassiano proved a handful there. Luke and Foran, one missed tackle. Foran goes through, hit by Tompkins. Graham's there again with Senfield. Just 3 minutes from the line. Now it's the Kiwis' turn. Johnson, Williams offers a fan, cut off low, good defence. Ferris. The Melons come loose as well. Williams, he's able to hang on. Last tackle for New Zealand. Foran will kick out towards Charlie. Up goes Nightingale. Big bet back. Mannering's there for New Zealand. Still the last tackle. It's on the deck. It's play on for Luke. Luke 8 metres away. Oh, long ball on the bounce. Tuivasa on the far right, and Tuivasa's second score. Dean Farray may have produced a great Wembley moment. Was he over the sideline, or was he in play when he flicked it back in? There is a huge roll of the dice here from New Zealand, but they may have come up a winner big time.
Okay, so a run it through from the very first kick, confirming the onside offside. Okay, it's coming up now. That's fine, they're all onside. Just run it through, confirm the challenge goes backwards. Okay, it's a challenge, which is fine, goes backwards. Still playing on, just keep running. No hands there, play on to the New Zealand hand, that's fine. Pass out, now we need something tight on the touchline here at that point. Okay, can't see the feet, but the feet now. He has possession. The foot is in the air, the right foot is in the air. He still has possession. Both feet are now in the air. He has released the ball. Let's play on.
What a shot,
now we need to look at the grounding now.
What about that shot?
Okay,
I couldn't think of one word. Incredible. That's the best last tackle play I've ever seen in my whole life.
Did you ever hold your breath while the footwork was maybe just going out and then held? in suspense.
Must have been about 9 offloads leading up to that, but
it's extraordinary. The ball has hit the deck 3 times in the lead-up, and Tuivasa-Sheck has a 7th try for the tournament. But wherever you're watching around the world, you've witnessed something extraordinary from Dean Burrow.
It all started with a run from Foreign. He decided to take the line on himself. It was the first time he's done so in the match. And then after putting a kick up to the corner, the far left corner, the ball somehow found its way back across when Isaac Luke shuffled the ball out the back, and the bounce, the pass looked like it was going into touch. Would have caught it in the first row. And then it bounced forward. Whare with the magical pass behind his back to find the footwork of Tuivasa-Sheck. And they needed it.
Sensational rugby league football. Absolutely sensational.
Well, a sensational half. As Johnson gets his first kick, we would have had dreams about this throughout the week. It's a big one for him. It's such a tight battle. Goal kicking is so vital. 21 out, 6 in from touch. Kiwi number 7. To get them within 2. Beautiful strike from Shaun Johnson. That's a good confidence build-up.
That's nice for Shaun. Magical moment for him. Would have sweated on it. Here's the pass. What about the bounce of this? And Whare's decision to make a play at it and not let it go dead. Brilliance.
You can't blame the sideline official not for making a decision. He's looking at it going, himself he's going, wow, what about that?
He said, what's going on?
I tell you what, that's been one of the greatest sporting photographs of all time.
Exactly.
Him offloading it back inside with his right hand. Absolutely sensational.
And now the big tackle from England driving through. Hill is out there in the headgear.
That's a better run from Big Sam Cassiano.
Just short of the 20 at 8 points to 6. England leading New Zealand. We're 7 minutes away from half-time. No one in the crowd, certainly not in this commentary area, wants a half-time break. Just let them play. Wonderful first half. And Luke now with the ball. Across field he goes. He's been also one of the stars of the tournament. Every game he's played, and no Thomas Luluai, he's had a lot more game time than would have been forecast. That kick came off the back, and now away goes Tuivasa-Sheck. Look at the way he can put the brakes on. Roger, last tackle changeover. He thought the tackle category started for New Zealand in the middle of that.
Go.
So it's England's turn with the ball. Brother Burgess is there. Big George, 21 on this stage today, and now for Hill. An improver he has been in English football. Tackled by Madalino. Burrow has dummy half duties. The front row all changes here for England. And loose ball, Burrow kept it going for Sinfield. Out it comes with Watkins. Stands them up. Charnley gets away from Foreign. Charnley hit and bouncing almost all the way through. Was finished off by Glenn and penalty England.
Again, that was the work of Burgess. 3 in the tackle and the offload out the back to create some second phase plays on the right-hand side for Chanley. Showed us some good footwork.
Uasala got up as if to say he's innocent. Into the furnace he goes here as Burgess looks to carry 2 over. Right on the goal line. What a contrast, Big George and little Rob, and dummy half Rob Burrow. As there's a big dummy! Sinfield is back front on. What a tackle, Kevin Locke saves a try. To the left come England. Inside pass was there for Tompkins. And again, the goal line defence, brilliant from New Zealand. That was Madalino. Kick will come from Whittam towards the upright, bounced up. Fielded there by Foreign. Foreign is head front on. This is a real test match, ladies and gentlemen, this one.
Brutal football. Brilliant creativity from the English team going in. I thought absolutely amazing defence from the Kiwis. I mean, to get on the end of that kick, and then the English guy just came in and put him over the try line. More pressure for New Zealand, I think.
The covering tackle of Madalino on Tompkins was a ripper. This is Chanley looking for some space inside. Kevin Locke gets a little bit of a check on him. And here's, well, pretty much this is what repeats set of 6, a penalty. And then when the kick goes through from Whittam, Look at the work of Foreign. He's only got one intention, straight through and over the top. Burrow down low, Burgess over the top. How many? 1, 2, 3.
Here come the cavalry.
The American viewers say, these guys don't wear pads. I mean, have a look at the way they are, figuratively speaking, bashing each other here today.
Isaac up!
George Burgess back, almost hurdled over the top, and Madalino and locked two of their goal line tackles in that previous set. Well, from the top shelf, little Burrow runs off and Williams grabbed him. 15 from the line. Here come England again. One try all of this first half. 2 points the difference on the scoreboard. Hill keeps it going. There's a chance. Oh, now Bernard, now they all want to kick. The ball is ricocheted. And it's play on. In fact, tackle count restarts. England with another opportunity. A full set with Hill. They settle. 5 from the line. Goodwin, Mannering, Madalino all there. Burrow. Now they're deep to the left with it, and Tompkins quick hands. Another chance for Cudjoe. Johnson made the tackle with Williams. This is intense pressure on the Kiwis. To centre field with a captain and a great tackle. Captain on captain, in fact. Mannering swamps infield there. Burrow across, gets them guessing. Cudjoe to Hall, one-on-one with Tuivasa-Sheck. Loose pass, in fact, they're going to say gone forward. The earlier ball had gone forward.
I honestly feel England missed a beat there. They kept attacking this side where Sonny Bill is, and I actually think the defence on the right side of the New Zealand team is much stronger than the left side defence. They need to be attacking down England's right, New Zealand's left, where they've had so much joy so far in the first half.
I'm just going to say, where's this play been from England in the World Cup? They knew if they could put it together, they'd trouble them. They're playing superbly. What they're trying to do is open the right side defence up. Dean Farah is particularly good on this right side for New Zealand, but if they open up and provide enough space for any opposition with all the football they can, they are so dangerous. Their kicks are perfect.
I told you, it's a Wembley factor. You lot won't believe me.
So Nightingale, and in that previous play, I sort of checked on the call because Sam Burgess had to look twice. He put the kick in. Do you have any front rows who don't kick? Well, they all kick. We've seen Graham and Burgess today. I don't know whether I've seen George put a kick in before. So now Williams can't dominate. All good ball though there. Johnson was alert to it. Just squeezes them out. Does Sonny Bill Williams. Coming into this tournament and never won a test match for New Zealand. Now he's looking to add a World Cup in Rugby League to a World Cup in Rugby Union. Nuasala, Frank Paul. Here's a 5 minute, there's another offload back to Luke coming up to half-time. This is dangerous from New Zealand and a penalty to the Kiwis. 35 minutes out, held off the ball there. This is 20 in from touch.
We've seen a lot of late offloads in this match when players seem to be tackled and heading to ground and then the ball pops out the back. Possession the key here for New Zealand. I don't think 2 is the option.
Well, I think the message is coming in off the bench to go for goal. The trainers have sprinted out there. This is not an on-ground decision. I'm sure the players on ground were kicking for line, but the trainers came sprinting out. Go for the posts.
Yeah, what about that? Did you see that arm come around the back from Frank Paul Nuasala, then promoting the football? Kevin Locke doing what all good fullbacks should do and hunt up around the ruck.
Yeah, decision to go for goal. Some of what we spoke about before, Darryl, many times in the big rugby league games. I know there's a modern trend to tap the ball and go, but in the big games, the tight games, when England gave a chance up to kick a goal, could have been winning by 10-6 now. But unfortunately, they didn't. They tapped it. They took the chance, and obviously New Zealand take a more conservative approach.
And here's another thing. I mean, in the modern game, we don't see a lot of shots from penalties. And from this sort of position, this isn't a kick that Sean would practice. 20 metres in from touch and 35 out, and he's at a foreign venue for it. It's no gimme, this kick. I'm building him up to miss. I don't mean to. But
Wembley's not a gimme at all. In front is not a gimme. Struck his first one knocks from right of the post, right touchline, about the same distance. Here comes the
this for a ball. In and out from half-time. Johnson's kick in flight. Sean Johnson never looked like missing. Who doubted him? Did you miss that? It is 8-all here with a minute to go. The big hit, the first half of two matches we're going to see. Australia and Fiji still to come. But boy, it's going to be a hard act to follow what we'll see in this first half here. England have had slightly more ball in the first half, 52% possession. Offload starting to hurt though, and that will play a factor in the second half. New Zealand has shown us their ability to offload. Completion rates for both teams above 75% here. Coaches would be happy with that on an occasion such as this one. And Bromwich out there with the 12-4 interchange they use in international football gives the coaches a little bit more license to use their and rotate their front rows. We're seeing that here. So final seconds of a pulsating first half. Siren sounds. Ben Cummins says, boys, you can have a rest. You've certainly earned it. What a first 40 minutes of rugby league at the World Cup. First semi-final. England started superbly. New Zealand have had to gallop up and stay with them. Half-time, England and New Zealand 8-all.